Welcome back to President Trump News Channel. Please subscribe and check notification bell. Thanks for being with us.
Again, our testing is so far advanced, it's so much bigger and better than any other country that we're going to have more cases. We're always going to have more cases. And as I said this morning, that's probably the downside of having good testing, is you find a lot of cases that other countries who don't even test don't have. If you don't test, you don't have any cases. If we stop testing right now, we'd have very few cases, if any. We will show more cases when other countries have far more cases than we do. They just don't talk about it. But the testing, on the other hand, is very good because we find out where it's going. We're here to discuss our ironclad commitment to protecting and caring for America's seniors. We're joined by Vice President Mike Pence, Attorney General William Barr, Secretary of Health and Human Services Alex Azar, Secretary of Housing and Urban Development Ben Carson, who, by the way, was fantastic over the weekend. Various interviews you did. Good job, I appreciate it. Secretary of Veterans Affairs Robert Wilkie, Administrator Seema Verma, Chief Postal Inspector of the United States Postal Inspection Service Gary Barksdale. Gary's done a great job, especially with spotting drugs coming into our country. He's done a fantastic job. My administration is working tirelessly to stop the depraved criminals who seek to defraud American seniors, of which there are many, but we are doing a very strong number on a lot of them, and nobody's ever done what we've done. 3 months ago, we launched the National Elder Fraud Hotline, which has already received over 1,800.
The interests of all of America first, but as we move into this next...
We're always going to have more cases, and as I said this morning, that's probably the downside of having good testing, is you find a lot of cases that other countries who don't even test don't have. If you don't test, you don't have any cases. If we stop testing right now, we'd have very few cases, if any. But we do. We're at a level that Mike is going to talk about that's so high, but we will show more cases when other countries have far more cases than we do. They just don't talk about it. But the testing, on the other hand, is very good.
Monday, Donald Trump said, quote, "If we stopped testing right now for COVID-19, we'd have very few cases, if any. If we stopped testing now, we'd have very few cases, if any." It's a statement that's not only absurd, it's absolutely tragic. Yesterday, the head of the White House task force on coronavirus, the vice president, claimed success in the fight because deaths are, quote, down to fewer than 750 a day. 750 fathers and mothers, sisters and brothers, uncles, aunts, husbands, wives, children dying every day. More than 20,000 a month. That's greater than World War II level casualties each month. That's more than 5 9/11s each month. And this administration is engaging in self-congratulations. Maybe good enough for Donald Trump, but it'll never, ever be acceptable if I'm your president. Researchers have shown that tens of thousands of Americans have died needlessly because Donald Trump was slow to respond to the crisis. And then when he did, he bungled the response. For weeks in January and February, but I wasn't alone. I was raising my concerns about how we need to take this virus seriously, all while Trump was ignoring the reporting from his own intelligence community in his daily briefings and the warnings of his closest advisors, all the while praising the Chinese government for being transparent in handling this virus instead of demanding access for the CDC that Beijing was refusing to give in Wuhan. The American people have sacrificed so much to fight this virus. We've lost lives. We've lost businesses. We've lost paychecks. And now, thanks to Donald Trump's bungling, we may lose some of the progress we've begun to make. All because he's lost interest. He's once again ignoring the facts. The public health response is still woefully lacking from this administration. More than 117,000 people have died in the United States of America, with an average daily number of cases still climbing in 21 states. We still don't have what we need when it comes to rapid results testing, contact tracing capacity, widely available personnel, protective equipment for them, or clear nationwide guidance. Instead, President Trump pushes dangerous, disproven drugs, stands in the way of the CDC issuing guidelines on reopening. They had them, wanted to issue them, and he wouldn't let them. He refuses to wear a mask, failing even those basic tests of leadership. He scaled back meetings of the COVID